Hello, boys and girls. It's Christine again, the storyteller, coming to tell you another story. And this is a story about a little boy called Jack. Now, Jack was on school holidays and he was bored. He'd done everything you could possibly think that you would want to do in the school holidays. He'd been to the movies, he'd read all his books, he'd had sleepovers with his friends, and now he had nothing to do, and it was still a week to go before he went back to school. "Mum, I'm really bored. I'm so bored. What can I do?" "Oh dear," said Mother. "Well, that's not very good. Let me see. What could you do? Oh, I know. How about going on an adventure?" "Oh, yes, please," said Jack. "Oh, I love adventures. What do I have to do?" "Well," said Mother, "I would like you to go out and find me a little red house that has no doors, no windows, that has a chimney on top and a beautiful star inside. Do you think you could do that?" "Oh, yes," said Jack. And off he went. He went down the path, he went past all the farms until he saw Farmer Brown. Farmer Brown! Now he would know about a little red house, I'm sure," said Jack. Farmer Brown, hoo-hoo, Farmer Brown." "Yes, Jack," said Farmer Brown. "What can I do for you?" "Oh, Farmer Brown, my mother sent me on an adventure, and she wants me to find what is it? Oh, a little red house that has no doors and no windows, but has a chimney on top and a beautiful star inside. Do you know where I could find something like that?" "Oh dear, no, I don't think so," said Farmer Brown. "No, I don't think I've ever heard of anything like that at all. Oh, but I know. If you go down and see your granny, now she's an old lady, and she would probably know where to find this funny red house that has no doors and no windows and a chimney on top and a beautiful star inside. She knows everything." "What a great idea! I'll go and see Granny. I'm sure she will know." So off he went, down the road, up the hill, down the dale, and there was Granny's house. And there was Granny gardening out the front. "Oh, Granny, hello, Granny," said Jack. "Granny!" And Granny looked up and went, "Oh, hello, Jack. How lovely to see you. Have you come to visit me today?" No, not quite," said Jack. My mother has sent me on an adventure, and I have to find now what is it now? Oh yes, it's a little red house, but it has no door and no windows, and then there was something. Oh yes, and there was a chimney on top and a beautiful star inside. Do you think you could help me? Do you know what it is?" Well, Granny sort of looked at Jack and went, No, I don't think I've heard of such a house. What was it? A little red house, did you say?" "Yes, a little red house. And it had no door and no windows." That's what Mummy said. but it had a chimney on top and a beautiful star inside. I don't know. I know. You know, the wisest thing that I know of is the wind. Now, if you're very quiet and you listen to the wind as it blows, it may be able to show you where this funny house might be. Do you think it could do that, Jack? Yes, I think so, said Jack. Well, you go on your way and listen for the wind. Well, Jack went along the path and he stopped and he listened, and then suddenly he heard said Jack, that must be the wind. Well, I'll see what it's trying to say. Oh no, it's pushing. Oh, the wind's pushing me. And the wind certainly did. It was pushing Jack into an orchard where there were lots of apples hanging on the tree, and down on the ground were the windfall apples. And he picked one up. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's certainly red. And it's like a house, isn't it? And it has no doors, and it certainly has no windows, and that's quite possibly, you see that? It's quite possibly a chimney. Oh, I wonder if it might have a star inside. I know, I will take it back to Mummy and show her what I found. So Jack ran all the way back home and he yelled out, Mummy, 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 look what I found. It looks like a little red house, and it certainly has no doors and no windows, but I'm sure that's a chimney inside and up the top. And I wonder, how will I find out if it's got a star inside? Well, said Mummy, give me the apple and I'll go into the kitchen and I'll see. Let me see. So she got a knife and she cut the apple, and guess what? There it was, the star inside. A little red house that had no doors, no windows, had a chimney on top, and a beautiful star inside. There you are, Jack. What do you think of that? Jack said, oh, Mummy, that's beautiful. May I have it? I am so hungry. I had a long walk all day. And Mummy said, yes, of course, Jack. It's an apple and it is to be eaten. Thank you. Beautiful. Jack had such a wonderful adventure. He found something that he didn't know, that all apples have beautiful stars inside. And that's the end of our story for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. And just remember, when you see an apple as beautiful and red, as rosy as this one, just remember about the star inside.